What's up, guys? I'm Isaac.
And I'm David, and we just bought a $5,000 third-gen 4Runner.
And in this video, we're going to show you and tell you everything that's wrong with it. So let's get to it.
So yeah, Marketplace, about 3 weeks ago, found this guy selling this. This popped up, and I was like the first person to message him, and it was, I don't know, it was like wrecked from the rear. It looked like.
Yeah.
It looked like it was
because the cover image was literally just a picture of the back end.
Of the back end, and the back end on this looks completely wrecked. Like somebody just rear-ended the heck out of it.
Yep.
But then you scroll through the photos, and it's like one of the cleanest third gens you actually see.
Right.
I'd say.
The paint, the interior,
and it was in the right mileage too. Like all third gens, if you buy them around 200, 250,000 miles, they all need work, but they'll run for another 200 plus thousand miles.
The $12,000 ones that are super clean and the $5,000 ones all need the same amount of maintenance.
All of them.
They all need valve cover gaskets. They
Every
all
single
need
one.
all the things that we'll go through.
Yeah.
So that was our approach. We were like, okay, if we're gonna find one, we need a rear locker. We need in between 98 and 00. We need it to be clean body, clean interior.
Yep.
And like well taken care of, and above all else, a clean frame.
Yes.
Like arguably, we're looking for a California truck here.
Right.
So David messages the guy. I message the guy. A week goes by, we message him again. Week goes by, he finally responds.
He's responding maybe once every 3 or 4 days.
So then I was like, you know what? Maybe it's worth trying to negotiate a little bit with this guy up in Fort Collins, see if we can't strike a deal.
Right.
He's not responding, so I Googled his name, find his phone number, find his email, totally stalker here. Like,
yeah, just Googled the heck out of him.
Yes, it's embarrassing, but I was like, I want this truck, and I think that there's something here. So got a hold of him. The nicest dude ever. He goes, why don't you just come look at it tonight?
Yeah, and he's up in Fort Collins, and we're in Denver, so it's a solid hour, 20-minute drive.
Without traffic.
Without traffic.
So we get up there, we have a bite to eat, we go over to his house, and we see the truck. We get in it. David tests the 4 low, tests the rear locker.
I mean, we spent an hour in the truck with this guy.
We go through all the electrical, the windows, the sunroof, all the normal things.
Everything.
Lay underneath it, we've got our flashlights.
Yeah, we had a flashlight. We're looking underneath, looking for leaks and like all the normal stuff. After we determined it needed everything.
Right. Then we talked to him. And he had it for sale for $7 or $75. $7. It was a decent deal, but we'll show you here in a minute, like some of the damage that to the normal person, which is no problem. It's body shop work, right? Like it's not cheap, but for us, since we're gonna do some work to it already.
Yeah, we can go to a junkyard, pull a back hatch.
Right,
like,
it's not a big deal.
Little things.
We can make it work. But like we said, 200,000 miles, clean title.
Rear locker, but the rear locker never has been used, never was turned on ever in this truck.
It's brand new.
It's brand new.
Not even sure if it's been in 4-wheel drive much.
No.
Yeah. No dirt on the inside. There's a layer of carpet. So you've got the carpet, then you have the carpet floor mat, then you have the rubber floor mat. It's all husky.
Yeah.
And if you peel back the rubber floor mat,
it's brand new.
Doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. You're like, this literally just rolled off the showroom.
But we're also being realistic that it does need
a ton of work.
Yeah, like, I don't know, a few $1,000 in work, and that's us doing it ourselves.
Yes.
And he was pumped. He was like, he literally said, I just want this to go to a good home.
And the right people.
And the right people. He's owned this for 10 years.
Yep. It was from North Dakota.
Yeah, so originally sold new in '99 in North Dakota. Spent the first
40,000 miles, 50,000 miles?
Yeah, not even, I don't think. It was weirdly low.
It was like 40,000 miles, I think.
Yeah, until '07 when it was brought to Colorado.
Yeah.
And then he bought it in 2014, so 10 years ago, from a dealer up in Fort Collins.
Right.
What's weird though is when we pulled the Carfax on our way, we saw in North Dakota. I just about was like, forget it, because I'm from South Dakota, and there's literally no frames left. The body is sitting on the driveway with no frame. That's how bad the rust is.
Same with Minnesota and everything.
Minnesota, North Dakota, it's all the same.
I mean, that whole rust belt is bad.
We're committed at this point. We might as well go look at it. And so we wasted no time. Dave and I underneath the truck with flashlights.
Yeah.
And when I say it's clean.
Oh man, is it clean.
All right, so before David dives into maintenance and mods, we'll talk a little bit about picking this thing apart. We'll talk a bit about some of the body work and some of the dents and stuff, and why we ultimately got it for $5,000.
Right.
All right, so we'll get out of the way and we'll just show the 4Runner here. We got it pulled in the garage because it just started snowing here. It was like 50 an hour ago and now it's snowing. So that's Colorado for you.
Start off on the back. This is what we saw in Marketplace, right?
So it was literally a picture like this.
It was just straight on.
And so we're thinking, no way this is a clean title. This was in a bad accident.
Like somebody got rear-ended. It still could be a clean title, but definitely got rear-ended.
It took the guy a while for him to send the VIN. So we just didn't really know. And once he sent the VIN, we noticed no accidents. Clean title.
Yeah, he just backed into a pole.
Yep.
So,
which you see the bumper here and you see the back hatch. And thankfully, the window, the motor, the module, it all works still. This opens and closes just fine, but
nothing here was damaged.
Or the lights.
Or the lights. Everything is perfect.
So we got to work on Facebook and we found out right away we can replace this hatch for $200-300.
$200-300 easy.
Plus $200 in paint.
If we have to get one painted.
If we have to get one painted, and we can replace the bumper for even less than that, since we'll probably just run a black bumper because the front bumper will be aftermarket.
Right.
Something like that.
Easy.
So that was issue number one, and when we saw it in person, we were like, oh man, even if we just find a shell and we can still use the glass, the motor,
the guts and everything.
this, the rubber trim, totally fine. All we need is the frame. So really the only other damage on this truck is the front.
Yeah, the front bumper is the other thing we noticed, which obviously, if you look at that, we're gonna probably be doing a front bumper. And you look at that, it's probably a front bumper. That's gonna happen on this. He was drifting in the snow and he hit a tree.
Yep. And so this bumper's toast, needs to be thrown away.
Yeah, this bumper's done for, and then the quarter panel and part of this front fender got a little nicked. But
got pushed in.
Yeah, that's normal, and it won't, you just pop that out, bend it back.
But thankfully, zero damage underneath. But other than that, this truck, no hail.
No hail.
There's a couple little dents, which you can hardly see on video. One here, one here, and one there. Nothing on the roof, nothing on the side.
Well, let's tell them another thing we noticed real quick, just because it's on the outside.
Yep.
So if you're looking, Isaac's asking, he's like, why the heck does this have all the brake dust?
Looks like a BMW.
Looks like a BMW. Like, oh, what could that be, right? Rear axle seal's leaking. So it's leaking all over the drum and everything. So it's just been caking everything up, and you don't get any brake power. So there was like no brake power with this thing when we were test driving it. So the other side's completely dry and this side's just completely soaked. So we'll be taking care of that. That's an easy fix. But
all right, so while we're talking about maintenance, let's just dive into it.
We'll just dive in. Let's pop the hood.
Okay. So it didn't take more than maybe 5 minutes till
to look this thing over.
On one hand here. Yeah, to look this thing over and, notice the 4 or 5 major things. This did have the timing belt replaced at 100K. Yeah. But it's got 200K now, so it's likely gonna have to be replaced again.
Yeah, it needs to be done again, probably. Yep. Right off the bat, we noticed the valve cover gaskets, they're leaking slightly. Yep. That's normal, doesn't affect anything, but we know that's a $200 job if we have to get it done. So another thing we'll want to do is take apart the throttle body and clean all that, because that'll make it run a lot smoother. I'm sure if you pop this part out right now, it's caked in oil right now. So
really,
yeah, it's just common maintenance. So we'll probably be doing a radiator at some point just to do it, because we don't know the history of this thing.
Right. And once it's all pulled apart, I mean, we're gonna have the front bumper off, the grill's coming off.
We'll do spark plugs, wires, all the basic things.
Yeah. So that when the time comes and this thing is ready to go, we can drive across the country in it and not be worried about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's something you could actually road trip in, which from my previous 4Runners, I've never really wanted to road trip in them.
Right.
So this will be a fun one.
And then, other than all the maintenance stuff up front and in the motor and on, there's things like this that, just because I'm OCD and David and I like to make things nice.
We'll probably pull that sound deadening off.
And then up front here, what do you think we're gonna do?
Probably upgrade the grill, headlights, new filler panels, front bumper, do a full makeover on the front end. Solid axle swap, 40s.
Okay. Have to pull the running boards off, obviously.
Yeah, but they look so good right now.
I know.
I'm tempted.
There's definitely something about a clean limited.
It'd be nice to just leave this thing stock. But
I know. Maybe we could make it a total sleeper.
We're just gonna ruin it.
One of the biggest reasons we went for this was because of the clean frame.
Clean frame.
Coming from South Dakota, I understand the painfulness that salt and chemicals do to these old Toyota frames. So finding one that was clean and easy to work on was top priority.
For
you? Yes, for me, because it's like Colorado frames are actually clean, and then there's this one, which taking up to my buddy who's from California, him laying underneath it, he's like,
this is a California.
This is a California truck, which is like, I just get goosebumps. Once we get this thing up on the rack,
I'm sure it's gonna need a lot more.
Yeah.
Than what we're thinking. TK's probably.
Yep.
Who knows? Maybe a rear main seal, maybe an oil pan, maybe steering rack. Who knows?
Let's lay down here, get underneath the truck a little bit. So from the front looking back, this is what I mean by a clean frame. There's still paint on the coils from the factory. Upper control arm, the spindle, the lower control arms, very, very clean. Now, when I say clean, I mean no rust. This thing's filthy in the sense it hasn't been through a car wash in ages. Very, very dirty underneath here. But we've been waiting to go to the car wash so that we can genuinely show what this thing looks like before it's clean.
This is exactly how we bought it.
Exactly how we bought it last night. No rocker rust, no frame rust.
Haven't touched it.
Have not touched this thing, no body. It's actually a better angle than I've been able to see. I mean, even the gas tank skid plate
is perfect.
Again, I apologize for all you California, Arizona, some of you Colorado guys, that this is normal for you. So thanks for letting me nerd out a little bit.
But then you come to the back and you just look at
I know
the giant dent and you're like, well, it's $5,000 4Runner.
It's $5,000 4Runner, exactly.
First things first, we got the rear diff lock because you have to have that. So it came with this sticker on the door. I'm pretty sure the dealer probably just slapped that on because nobody knows how to use these things. But you got the rear diff lock right there. Had to have it.
And I don't think that button has ever been touched.
No.
Up until you tried it in the parking lot last night.
Correct. So.
And it turned on.
Turned on instantly, no problem.
Perfectly.
All right, well, right here we got the J-shift transfer case, which is money because if we do a crawl box or anything in here in the future, this is what we want.
98 through 00 J-shifter in there.
Yeah, it's just tried and true and it works, so.
And then for me, I know I'm a unicorn, but I absolutely love that this truck has not been touched.
Stereo-wise.
Yeah, stereo-wise and on the interior in general. So since it is a limited, you've got the leather, non-heated seats, so the power seats. But here's the deal, we were talking to our buddy who works at Toyota, and the reason these are not heated is because this does not have the cold weather package, which doesn't make any sense because this is from North Dakota.
Correct.
So why would this not have the heated seats? But nonetheless, it is a limited. So you're gonna have power seats, you're gonna have lumbar, and then what's unbelievable is whoever has been driving this for the last 20 years has kept such good care of it. It has the limited floor mats. You've got this rip, which every single one has it. To the other side here, and the leather is just in really, really nice shape. Obviously prefer the cloth, but it's got leather, so hey, this is what we're gonna
Are these
work with.
Different leather seats than normal?
So I remember my 96, 97 had, like the leather seats were plain Jane, where these have like
multiple
the stitching,
stitch layers.
Right, and then the center console, which is like a brand new strip of leather here, has the stitching here, and then of course it has the pull-up,
The
little
top
secret
one.
cubby, which works great. Hinges are in good shape, nothing's broke, and then it's got the deep one. And then of course you've got the nice fake wood grain, but
And
again it's a limited, so.
Not one, but two
Yes.
12 volts up front.
Yes, hey, this is modern technology, people. Modern technology. And then for the Mac Daddy, check this out. The original MSRP tag.
$37,902.
Locking rear differential, which was only a $340 option.
Wow.
All right, so I think that's everything.
Once we get it up on the lift, I'm sure we'll dive into some more things, but.
And we can't wait to make this thing look clean.
Oh,
the
yeah.
right armor, the right maintenance, the right suspension.
Just to have it
Wheels
true
and tires.
build
Yeah.
for the page.
Yes.
Finally.
It's gonna be fun.
it'll be really cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess make sure to stay tuned. There's gonna be lots more videos coming. So.
Yeah, maybe we'll cut it up, break out the Sawzall, angle grinder,
okay,
welder.
Enough.